All right, we are live on YouTube, and tonight we're going to be discussing men need to take a different approach when dating modern day women. So stick around and find out exactly what I'm talking about. All of that and much, much more is coming right. Live from Northern California, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive those notifications at a device level. You do all of that and you are set to go. Set to go. Look who's here to moderate the chat. Thank you so much, Queen, for moderating that troll that was in here. Mutt, you know you have a mod wrench for a reason. You could have banned that troll, Mutt. Mutt, why have you never? Mutt, have you ever even banned anyone on this channel? There are so many people that you could have banned. You know we get trolled a lot here because we speak of the truth. And, you know, in many cases when you speak of the truth, Mutt, other people get a little butthurt, right? So, you know, feel free to use that mod wrench, because Queen Helen Casey may not always be able to be around, even though she practically lives here, right? Queen, you practically live here on the Grip on Life channel, right? I think Queen's maybe missed maybe 1.5 streams since we've connected the last many months, 3 or 4 months. But before we get to it, let me make sure the notification went out. The notification has gone out, and the stream health is looking pretty good. And before I go any further, let me not forget, because for the last few streams, because there's been a lot going on, I've forgotten to mention my sponsor, the Discover Community Network. I want to pay a special props to the Discover Community Network and my good friend Troy, who is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. He's been running it for over 10 years. And basically, what you will get through the Discover Community Network is top-notch information and trusted information from the best experts in any industry you're looking information on regarding any of your product or service needs. See, I'm jumbling the words. It's been a while. So for all that information, go in the description about a third of the way down, and you'll find the link, www.discovercommunitynetwork.com. And below that, you can also visit the DCN Internet Radio Network. There are a bunch of stations there that you can listen to throughout your days, regarding your music needs. It's awesome. I love the Discover Community Network and the DC Internet Radio Network. So check it out. And thanks again to the Discover Community Network for sponsoring this channel and sponsoring this stream/video. All right. So let me check out the chat here real quick before we get to it, because we're not going to be on too terribly long. Tonight's topic is going to be me speaking from the heart, no blog attached to it. This is something that I just started to realize today. It's kind of like something that is breaking news. It may not be breaking news to most people out there, but there isn't a lot of information out there regarding how to approach and date the modern day woman. So a lot of men are confused. And maybe even a lot of women are confused about, what's happening in the modern dating world. And that's part of what I do here. I help men and women better understand each other and better connect, so that way they can find true love and everlasting happiness, right? And because I have been single for the last 2 years and I've been seeking true love and happiness, I've been sharing my experiences regarding what I've been going through, and I've been learning a lot of new things that have changed even as recently as the last year or two. So folks, what I'm going to be sharing with you here tonight, maybe you've heard a little bit before somewhere else, but when you look at it from this perspective, it might get you to change your outlook, especially if you're a man, on how to approach, women in the future. And for you ladies out there, it'll also get you to more so understand what men I've been struggling with modern world dating, and what you can do to make it a little easier for them to have a chance with you, right? We'll get to that in just a little bit here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, Queen. Our buddy's back, huh, Queen? Oh, man. Anyway, let's get to the chat here today. Mutt Nuts World's in the house. Welcome to the show, Mutt. Glad you can make it. Queen Helen Casey's in the house. Hello, Eli. Smash the like button for Eli. Queen Helen Case says, hello, Mutt. Mutt says, I had to go to the ER today, had an asthmatic attack, and my insurance would not cover the meds. That put me on, had to pay out of pocket. It took all $150. Sorry to hear about that, Mutt. I know some co-pays for certain things are pretty high. So hopefully you're feeling better, and hopefully you're going to be okay. And we'll do whatever we can here on our end to help you through that. Queen Helen Case says, yeah, I do live here. Yeah, you do, Queen, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. This is a very friendly place to live at or live in. So, it's a friendly and safe place, right, Queen? At least you can agree with that, right? Mutt Nuts World says, yeah, I have my net, or had my net went out or go out, or I'm not sure what you meant there. And when I got back, she had got them. I'm not sure what you meant by that, Mutt. Maybe you can clear that up a little bit. No problem. Had to switch to my mobile data, have to call net provider tomorrow to find out why my net keeps kicking out every 10 to 15 minutes, and have to reset my net box. Okay. Yeah, there might be a problem with your internet connection line. I'll tell you, when I used to have DSL coming over the phone line, it would go out quite often. And ever since I got fiber a little over a year ago, I've had absolutely zero issues. I so love fiber. Oh my gosh. But not everyone is fortunate to have fiber available in their area. But, I'm assuming over the next 10 to 20 years or so, fiber will be everywhere. And once everyone gets fiber, there will virtually be no internet issues globally for the most part. I mean, I can't say 100%, but I will tell you, I literally have had 99.99999% uptime with my fiber line. I think it went out for maybe 2 seconds while I was doing a live stream early last year. And it might have been a piece of equipment that I had. I had AT&T come out and replace that piece of equipment, and it hasn't ever gone down since. So I'm just very, very thrilled with the service. $80 a month for 1,000 up and 1,000 down, unlimited bandwidth and data. I mean, it's just not bandwidth, 1,000 up, 1,000 down, but unlimited data. It's just amazing. So another thing, folks, just to make you all aware, it's been very warm out here in the Bay Area, and it was probably around 85 or 90 degrees today again. It was 100 plus a few days ago, and it's been around 90 the last few days. And on top of that, it's been very, very humid. So even though it's only probably about 75 degrees right now, it's very, very humid. So when it's humid, a lot of people will turn on the air conditioner, and it puts a lot of load on the power grid. And I received a warning on my phone that there may be rolling blackouts in my area tonight if my local power company is required to run them. So if you all of a sudden see me go off the air, I just want you to know that I'm okay. It's just one of the rolling blackouts hit me. I hope it doesn't happen. But, if it goes poof and I'm off the air and I'm in the dark, you're going to know what's going on. So, yeah. And Mutton Nuts World says, I think it's the router. It could be the router. It could be the line. You never know. So just have them, come over and, do a check on it. Put in a service ticket, which I'm sure you already did, and they should come within the next few days and fix it for you or replace any broken parts. Mutnuts World furthermore says, I am on Verizon. We don't have AT&T here anymore and no fiber lines yet, but it's in talks about putting it in. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, if you get fiber available in your area, it's worth the money. And I'll tell you, $80 a month for 1,000 up, 1,000 down, unlimited data, changed my life. I'm so much more productive. I can upload and download so fast. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculously fast. All right. So let's get right to it, folks. The topic tonight is men need to take a different approach to dating modern day women. Focus on diffusing social stigma. One more time, men need to take a different approach to dating modern day women. Focus on diffusing social stigma. Well, folks, tonight I'm going to speak from the heart regarding, what I've learned from my recent experiences of online dating, which have been different than any other time in the past. So let me just give you folks a little history here. I've been using online dating to meet women for the last 15, 20 years. Now, don't get me wrong. I talk to women at the supermarket. I talk to people wherever I go in public. But no one really does cold approaching anymore to ask women out because you don't know if they're single. You don't know what they're looking for. And if you're a guy that's looking for true love and happiness and you cold approach a woman that's not open to that, it's going to be a waste of your time, right? Maybe she just wants a one-night stand or something casual, or she's married or dating someone, right? So because we live in such a crazy, busy world nowadays, my advice for people that are looking for true love is to put a profile out there on Match.com, maybe OkCupid, maybe Plenty of Fish, maybe eHarmony, or some of the better, more known dating sites that have more quality type of people. Now, don't get me wrong. Every single dating site has quality people and people that are of less quality. Let's be polite and say it that way. But if you want your best chance to find quality people, I think the number one site to use is Match.com, maybe also eHarmony, and then OkCupid after that. And then maybe Plenty of Fish, but that's kind of gone down the toilet a little bit. And then there are a few other, apps that are honorable mentions, but I'm not going to mention them right now. I think you get the hint there. So I've been using online dating for the last 15, 20 years. And, in between relationships, when I've put myself back out in the dating market, sure, I've always gotten some bad seeds. But, I was able to fairly quickly find someone that resonated with me and, was able to start dating them and get in a relationship with them within typically a few months. Okay. This time around, I didn't put myself out there right away after my ex and I split up. I put myself out there probably, I'd say about a year after. So it's been about 2 years since my last relationship ended. So I've been seeking true love for 1 year. And I still have not found someone to even start dating or anything or do anything with, right? I mean, yes, I still have an activity partner and we haven't hung out in a while because, I've had a pinched nerve and, this COVID thing and all of that. And, she's been working on some other things with her career. But that, was never a relationship type of thing. That was more like, an activity partner, hangout, person, just like a friend thing. Not an FWB or anything like that. But I have not been able to find someone that, really like me. I like them. And, we'd start a relationship, we'd get intimate, and then we just started hanging out on a regular basis. And the more and more I've been talking with women lately, especially the last month or two, I'm beginning to realize a pattern here. I'm beginning to realize a pattern, and part of the mistakes I feel I've been making is, offering up too much information too soon about certain aspects. And in some cases, talking about things that I shouldn't bring up unless, the lady wants to talk about them, then I can get a response. And I'm going to give you some examples here in just a second. For example, I have been telling women that I am a life coach. And being a life coach gets them to ask a lot of questions. They ask me, what kind of life coach, are you? I'm a business and personal coach. I help people in the dating world. I help men and women better understand each other. And I also help people, get their dream job in the corporate world. And also if they want to transition into becoming a self-employed entrepreneur. And then they start asking me, so how do you coach men and women? What do you tell them? And what do you think is the struggle of the dating world? And then it leads to a conversation of feminism, which when that comes up, it immediately puts these women in defense mode, right? And I started to realize that I need to take a different approach and not say I'm a life coach, at least initially. I'm not saying to lie to these women, but say, maybe like I'm a professional business coach. And as they get to know me and see I'm a good guy and that I respect them for who they are, they might not assume I'm like all other guys that, are looking at women in the social stigma ways that women don't want to be looked upon. And what I mean by that social stigma is, a lot of men are intimidated or are frustrated at women that are empowered, women that say, I'm independent, I don't need a man for anything, blah, 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 right? So I started to realize, what's really going on with these women? Do they really want to flex their muscles and say, I'm an independent woman? I'm looking for a man that is as independent as me and can handle a strong woman. Do they really want to flex their muscles and say that? And if so, why are they flexing their muscles, or do they not want to flex their muscles unless the man seems to not understand, appreciate, and accept the modern day woman? So give me just 1 second here. So let me give you an example of how I'm going to handle the next time around with the next woman I'm talking with. Now, this is perfect here because I'm going to keep you folks in the loop, and I'm also going to do more research on this. I'm going to talk to more people regarding what I'm discussing here today, regarding, men should focus on diffusing the social stigma of feminism, in this case with women, rather than tackling it head on and seeing if the woman is understanding to how you feel about it. It's not about her understanding it. It's about pretty much diffusing it. And let me just get into it here and I'll tell you, what I'm going to attempt, the next time I talk to a good woman. I mean, I've actually been talking with this good woman I recently connected with over the last few days from one of the dating sites I'm on. She's a beautiful Persian woman that, has lived here in the Bay Area most of her life. If you don't know, Persian people, they're I believe they're Middle Eastern. They're very similar to us Greeks. They have similar, morals, values, and ethics. Their culture is very much alike. And they're also a little bit feisty, kind of like us Greeks. And they're a little bit in your face, but they're in your face with a lot of love. They have a lot of real passion for life. So I was talking with this woman, and I wonder if I should just read the messages. I'm gonna just read the messages here, just so you folks have an understanding of, you know, how I connect with these women and what I look for and how the conversation goes. I'm not going to put it on the screen, but so basically, I'll send out an initial message, which I did. You know, I sent this woman a good message. She commented on one of my photos and said, "Nice photo." She said, "Nice and cool here in this photo. Some of your other photos, Ian, you went a little crazy, LOL." And I said, haha, and I mentioned her name. I'm not going to dox her because you guys will go find her and tell her to not date me, right? See, that's what you'll do. But that's why I'm not going to show this or mention her name. "I'm just a fun, down-to-earth, and outgoing man seeking to share special times with a good woman. Are you interested in talking further and getting to know each other?" And then she writes back and says, "I can tell. Having a pic in your PJs. That's the way to go to get a classy lady." And I was like, oh shit. She's testing me, right? If she wasn't interested, she wouldn't even be responding, right? But see, most guys would be like getting all butthurt, right? Well, she's saying, you know, that's the way to get a classy lady. She's flexing her muscles. And maybe she was, but I think she was more so testing me here, right? And then I wrote to her and I said, "It was just a fun picture, that's all. I am a professional during the daytime running my own business. There's a time and a place to be professional, and other times a little fun doesn't hurt, right? I'd love to get to know you better. Would you be open to one phone conversation to get a better feel of who I am? It would be nice to get to know you. I like that you are Persian. Very similar to my Greek roots of having morals, values, and ethics, right?" And then she gets back to me and writes, "Yes, I am interested. Let's talk more later," smiley face. You see how I diffused that, right? Strong woman, but also cool and down to earth. And she's testing me to see if I'm a real man that can handle a strong woman, right? There you go, right? Then I wrote to her, I said, "We sent our last messages at the same time, so please send me your cell number if you'd like, and I will text you today to arrange a phone call. I look forward to getting to know you better," right? So I was direct, decisive. I said, "Hey, you said you're interested. If you'd like, send me your cell number and I'll text you and we'll arrange a time to talk." It's the way to do it, right? She gets back to me a few hours later and says, "Yes, I think it is great you did that." You see how I turned it around? "I love it," she said. "Morals, values, and ethics equals yes, exclamation point. And maybe a little more passion in our blood." Well, baby, let me tell you something. If you get a chance to be with this, let me just keep it a little bit tame here, because these trolls out here on YouTube like to cut this stuff, you know. I've been known to say a few things in the past that I didn't realize were going to get cut out, right? But I'll tell you what, I may be 46 years old, but let me tell you, it's all good in the hood. Okay, it's all good in the hood. You have to worry about that. But there's a lot more to it than that. And I actually get a good feeling about this woman. She goes, I can talk tomorrow night. Here is my number." Now, I'm not going to read her number, obviously, because all you guys out there will be calling her, telling her, you know, not to go out with me, right? Anyway, so this is a strong woman, right? This is a strong woman. She's got her act together. She's successful. She's an entrepreneur. I read her profile, like me. Okay. She's got a few kids, but who doesn't have kids, you know, around my age, right? Not a big deal, right? And she came at me, right? She tested me, right? So I know this woman is sharp and she's on top of her game. And I know she is an empowered, strong, modern woman. Does that make her a bad woman? No. So here's what I'm going to test out tomorrow. And I'm not trying to not be genuine. I am genuine. But I'm going to try something different. And then I'm going to share with you folks over the next few days what happens. Because I'm thinking that if men take a different approach to diffuse any social stigma about feminism that a woman may bring up, or, if you even bring it up, which you shouldn't. Well, let me just get to it here. I don't want to get too far out of whack. So here's how I'm going to handle the situation tomorrow. We'll get on the phone. We're going to talk. I am not going to mention feminism at all. I'm not going to even mention. It's not that I mention feminism in general, but I'm not going to mention that I'm a life coach or a dating coach. Okay, I'm just going to mention I am a professional business coach, that helps people, find, success in whatever they're looking to find success in, and that's how I'm going to put it. Because when I've said in the past, I'm a life coach and a dating coach, at that point, these women are starting to think, okay, this guy may be a player. He may try to play a game on us. It kind of throws up red flags in their eyes, right? And it's not that I'm not trying to tell them, all of what I do. It's that I want them to get to know me and see that I'm a good guy, not playing a game on them, before I share even more of what I do down the road. You understand what I'm saying? Now, on the flip side, like I said, a lot of women nowadays are empowered, strong women that, are looking for a man that can appreciate a strong, successful, empowered, modern day woman. Okay. And women are going to test you more nowadays to see if you can handle that. Does that mean they're trying to flex their muscles on you, or are they looking to see how you're going to respond to it, right? And what I've been realizing is that not only have a lot of other men been responding to these women the wrong way, so have I, right? So have I. So what is the right way to respond to it? If you get into a conversation, for example, with one of these women, let's say I'm talking to this lady tomorrow night. And let's say she says, hey, Eli, so what do you think about dating an independent woman or a strong woman? What are your thoughts about that? Most guys would not know how to answer that, right? For me, this is how I will be answering that from here on out. Instead of, saying that, okay, I respect women. I'm happy women have equal rights, yada, 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 right? Equal work, equal pay, all that. What I don't like about feminism is women seek out and get special privileges. That right there is turning these women off. You don't need to go down that route. And I've been having these conversations with women being totally honest and on one hand saying I understand and I admire women having equal rights. I just don't like it when some women seek out and get special privileges. That does not need to be mentioned. It makes you sound angry and bitter when you're not, right? So the way that I would answer that when she would say, what are your thoughts regarding, independent, strong women? I would say, I'm just curious why you're asking that question, because I just think you're a wonderful person and I just want to get to know you for who you are. Well, I'm asking that question because a lot of men seem to not understand the strong, modern, independent woman. And I just want to get your take on it, right? So she's going to be testing, right? And at that point, I would say, well, the way I look at it is this way. I've always looked at men and women as equal. I was born in 1973. I'm 46 years old. And as far back as I can remember, both men and women, have been working, and, women are equal to men. And for me, I just want to get to know someone that's at my level. And if I'm at their level as well, we can have a great relationship together, right? That's how I would answer that. So in essence, I'm not overly feeding into it. I'm not pushing the boundaries and saying too much like I have in the past. What I'm conveying to her is that I'm kind of surprised you're even asking that question, because I'm a good guy and I don't even think about or conform to society's social stigma. But I'm playing a little bit dumb here. I'm going to say in my head, I'd be thinking this. I'm playing a little bit dumb here because, I understand why you're asking me. You're testing me to see if I'm strong enough and good enough to be with a woman like you. Am I at least at your level of success, independence, and maturity as you are, right? And that's where I think, and I feel most men are going wrong, is you got to approach that subtly. You got to approach that in a humble way. You can't let her throw you off your center. And don't say too much. Don't go on this spiel about, okay, I'm a dating coach. Well, how do you coach men and women? What do you tell men about women, right? That's what I've done in the past. And I started to realize, I'm an honest guy. I want to share with a woman what I do, right? But I'm now like I said, now I'm realizing, even saying to women initially, as I'm getting to know them, that I'm a dating coach or a business and personal relationship coach, then they start to ask me, how do I coach men and women? And it's basically shot myself in the foot. Let me see here. Okay, give me a second here. All right. It's going to be a very short show, folks. Not a whole lot more to talk about. By the way, I like the background tonight there, Queen and Mutt. That is the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge. Beautiful shot, right? With the glistening water. So, anyway, to wrap this up, one more thing. If you folks haven't checked out my community tab, let me just go over there right now. And what really got me to look more into this was another response I got from a lady on one of the dating sites I use today. It was a rejection. It was a rejection response. So I wrote on my community tab, see the screenshot below of an anonymous brief interaction I had with a woman on an online dating site. She was responding to my straightforward profile of what I am looking for and not looking for. And she gave me the PC response, since I obviously didn't suit the agenda. We know what the agenda is, right? We don't have to say that, right? LOL. Click to open the image full screen and also see that she even replied with a thanks acknowledging the agenda. She acknowledged the agenda. She even said thanks. Later this evening, I will be doing another stream on dating the modern woman and what's really creating the setbacks for both men and women. Stay tuned. I hope you're all having a great day. So if you go to my community tab and you check out this posting, this is how this woman responded to me. She said, "Hi, Eli. I appreciate the time you took with your message, but I am not interested. Best wishes finding your match." She said, she put the praying emoji. Have a great day. That's great. Even though I say in my profile, if you're not interested, please don't send me a response telling me you're not interested. But she felt the need to do so anyway, right? I wrote back to her. I said, I understand. I am not a conformist to the modern agenda, so I get a lot of responses like yours. Anyway, best of luck to you. Take care. And then a few minutes later, she got back to me and said, thanks, exclamation point. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Now, guys and gals, before I get on out of here for the night, and I will update you on what's going to happen with this woman that I talk with tomorrow. I get a good feeling about her. She is attractive. She's fit like me. She seems to have a great personality. She seems to have a lot of energy like me. But here's the thing. If you're a good, strong, decent man and you're able to have a conversation with a woman and just understand what she wants you to understand. What I really feel the modern day woman wants is for a man to just understand what women have been through and how far they've come up, how far they've risen up. And if you can have an understanding to that and get her to understand it in a polite and respectful way, that doesn't make her feel like you're attacking feminism or anything like that. It's going to make her respect you, appreciate you. And then what it's going to also do, it's going to allow her to feel more comfortable with you. And once she feels more comfortable with you, she's going to put that guard down. And once women put that guard down, when they realize you as a man understand what women have been through and accept the modern day strong, empowered woman, and you appreciate it, then she will feel more comfortable to be a little bit more submissive, because that's where women want to be, regardless of what they say. I just think initially women want to feel appreciated and respected for, the same things that men have always been appreciated and respected for. And, again, the reason why people are struggling to understand this in this modern world is because this is still fairly brand new and nobody's teaching this besides, a bunch of different people out here on YouTube. There aren't any courses you can take on this in college. You don't learn this in grammar school. Your parents don't teach you this. You just have to kind of figure it out. So that's what I honestly feel women really want. And, I've been looking at it the wrong way. And I think many other professionals like myself that have experience in dating and doing what they do have been looking at it the wrong way as well. It is a learning experience. Life is a learning experience. This modern world is a learning experience, and we're learning more and more about it each and every day. And part of what I do here as a coach, I learn more and more each and every day. And the moment I learn something new that I feel can help a bunch of people better their lives, I'm going to do a live stream or video and share that with you folks. Because my goal is to help everyone accomplish whatever it is their heart desires. And if, I can help you get there a little bit easier and faster based on my experiences, my trials and tribulations, that's what I love doing the most. It's what I love doing the most. So I'll be sharing more about what happens with this woman tomorrow. Again, she's a beautiful woman and she's got a great personality. And you never know. It's like, you can't overthink these things. You just got to play it cool and, give it your best shot, be yourself. And then whatever happens, happens. You want to go into things cool, calm, and collective and no expectation, right? And you want to be prepared. You want to be prepared and not say too much, but also not say too little. And that's how I'm going to go into this tomorrow. Now, we are at 38 minutes. Let me check out the chat here and see if there are any other questions. Oh, boy. Yeah, Queen, we all know who he is. Don't worry. He'll be in a better place soon. I wouldn't say it's a better place, but it'll be a confined place, Queen. Mutt Nuts World says Queen is real quick tonight. Well, Mutt, you've had chances to ban people. You can ban people if you want. You just don't. You never use your mod wrench, Queen. The mod wrench to you, Queen, not Queen. Sorry, Mutt. Sorry, Mutt. You never use the mod wrench. The mod wrench to you, Mutt, is more like a commodity, just a little symbol next to your name. But you can use it, Mutt, if you'd like. Queen Helen Casey says, beautiful background. Yeah, I like it too, Queen. I really, really love it. The lights on the Bay Bridge are glistening on San Francisco Bay in this picture. Another beautiful picture from Pixabay, free for commercial usage and no attribution required. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful picture. Beautiful background. Mutt Nuts World says, love the background. Sorry, got booted my net again. Or by my net again, we'll have to catch what I missed on the replay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, so guys and gals, just to wrap this up before I get on out of here. Is dating much more challenging nowadays? Are women a lot stronger and more empowered and independent? And are some, if not most women, going to flex that upon you initially? Yes, they are, because they're proud of what they've accomplished that in the past they weren't even allowed to do. And instead of attacking it and allowing it to turn us off, at least initially, we should try to embrace it and see if the woman is going to start to put her guard down and, start to relax a little bit after she realizes that you embrace it. But the way that you embrace it has to be in a very tactful, playful, and subtle way. So she doesn't think that you're trying to pull a fast one on her or you're trying too hard to appease her. You got to really mean what you say. Hey, you know what? You asked me, you asked me what do I think about, independent, strong women. Well, why do you, I'm just curious. Why are you asking that question? No big deal. I'm just curious. I just want to get to know you. You seem like an amazing woman. Well, I've had a lot of guys that, really didn't like it when I asked that and they weren't willing to answer. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can tell you my opinion. I really haven't thought about that much because, I've always grown up and I've always dated women that, were good, decent, hardworking women that, have a career like I do. And it's just been an amazing balance to the point of where, I've never even, thought about it that way, but I just respect somebody, whether they're male or female, for who they are, right? And that's when I say focus on diffusing social stigma. Women are in essence testing you to see if you're an anti-feminist man or an anti-equal rights man or not. That's what they're doing. And that's what I'm beginning to more so realize. So I'm going to put this theory to the test tomorrow. And I have a new fan on order. This fan is starting to squeak a little bit here. You're going to hear it in the microphone. So I got to wrap up the stream here. Oh boy. And my new fan's coming next week. Oh man. I've been using WD-40 on my fan to try to get it to last a couple hours at a time, but it's already starting to squeak after 45 minutes. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to put this to the test tomorrow, and within the next few days, I will let you folks know what happens. Mutt Nuts World says, I just have to try to get quicker than Queen. Well, you can try, Mutt. You can try. Anyway. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank you to Mutt Nuts World. Thank you to Queen Helen Casey, and thank you to everyone else watching behind the scenes. I'll be back tomorrow with more videos, a live stream, and some other stuff. And we'll keep on moving forward. And I'm here to help each and every one of you get a better grip on your life regarding any of your business or personal needs. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, any topic requests. and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. We're out. The San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge. The Bay Bridge.